On planet Earth, the Proton Cars World Darts Championship final at the top of the third set.
Phil to throw first.
Phil Taylor,
Game on,
the
please.
bookmaker's favourite, was trailing by 2 legs to love in the last set against Hot Rod Harrington, who had steamed out of the traps. Most of the local supporters with Harrington, but then Rod really hit a whirlpool on scoring. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots without scoring a ton. He knows, John Gwynn, he really should have won
100.
Yes, you're 2 legs up, you're going well. You're to 180 in one of those legs that he lost, and well, really little else around it. And you can't afford to do that against Phil Taylor, or indeed any of the players in this tournament.
83.
Well, there are the finishes you can see, and Taylor already showing his teeth.
Yes, 3 of his
100.
15 are under.
$100.
Well, this is much more satisfactory for Rod Harrington.
It worked as well. Magnificent 140. Now Taylor.
100.
Harrington on 161.
Roger require 161.
Treble 20, the first target. It's there. Treble 17, just too low. 84 remaining. Taylor's on a shot, 158.
102.
A little unusual, that,
Bill,
but it leaves Harrington on 59. Taylor 158. Can get another one of those, and he'll come down for double 19 if he gets it. Yes, double 19, never easy, but it's there. Oh, and that was so close, Taylor there. A really magic effort. But has it been in vain, that wire bender?
Double top now for Harrington. Absolutely clinical. Taylor moved the wire, but Harrington was the right side of it. He needs set number 3.
Yeah, brilliant game. And look at that, confident as anything. That's a man who lasts a set. Struggled towards the end of it, but the beauty of these professional players, Dave, is that they can put the last set behind them, start afresh, and now look at Harrington go.
100.
Yes, he took that first leg against Taylor's throw. That's no mean achievement. But we'll move in. Look at these shots. Come right into the treble with us, folks.
100.
And you can see just how close Phil Taylor's third dart was there to a maximum. Well, our checkout statistics
97.
as Harrington switches direction will encourage the Essex man. 50% checkout. That's impressive, John.
Yes, you might say half in, half out. That'll do him. It's a good
100
ratio. If he improves on it, he'll probably win the game.
First dart is blocking the target. 19's much more inviting.
134.
Well, we beat the dart there, but only just, John.
Well, we saw 2 good shots, didn't we? That one, and our cameraman, absolutely brill.
Leaves him a shot. Top shot for Harrington. In this mood and in this moment, he'll be going for it. 170, needs 2 trebles. Here's one, and there's plenty of room showing in that treble bed. Oh, that's unlucky.
Yes, the ball would have left him top, so he was quite happy going for that. Now he wants That's 177 to leave 24. Harrington 65, may go 25 tops, may opt for elsewhere, but it looks as though 25's favourite. Got it, tops. For 2-0, third set. Yes, again, Tops has been kind to Harrington. And he's now 2 legs up in the third. But don't forget, he was 2 legs up in the first, he won it. He was 2 legs up in the second, he lost it. He's 2 legs up in the third with that.
And that's 2 14-dart checkouts for Harrington in this third set. Taylor is stunned.
Harrington knows he's got 1 leg in this set where he throws first the 4th, but even though he has 59. Got that cushion, he'll be wanting to finish it here if he can, and he can punish that throw from Taylor.
His determination and total concentration etched on the face of Rod Harrington.
Got his game back, hasn't he? Just for a few minutes, it left him. But my, he's giving Phil Taylor something really now to think about.
40.
Yes, it was a deflection there, and Harrington curses his fortune.
And that's why you don't hear people saying how lucky you are when you deflect one in, because it swings and roundabouts like
45.
In most games. Sometimes it's with you, sometimes it's not.
And now Taylor has bottomed out score-wise, inexplicably. 59, 40, 45 last 3 throws. It's an absolutely gilt-edged opportunity for Rod Harrington.
98.
That's a great last start, Dave. That's a marvellous last start. Puts him on 108 chance. Taylor needs a big one here. Not happening at the moment for the man from the Potteries, but this might just help
81.
a little bit. 81. 108 then. Treble 20, 16, double 16. It might be treble 19. The Americans go 19s on this one, but Rod goes upstairs.
108 then. Now 103. Seem he's going for treble 20. 43, single 11 or single 3.
Yes, double 16 if he gets a chuck. Taylor, to deny him, we'll have to get 2 treble 20s and double 8. There's one of them. Yes, yes, double 8. Vital dart for Taylor. Oh, he just seems to tilt it a little bit to the right. And there you see it, half an inch out. Now Harrington 32.
For the third set, that is the number, that is the target, and that is the winning dart. 2-1 to Harrington. That was a super impressive set for Rod Harrington. 14, 14, 16 darts. John, that is championship form.
No doubt about it, and the young guns know it as well.
And it's the perfect occasion for Sid Waddell to move into the commentary box and join John Gwynn.
138.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Harry. Thanks, the experts. Time for us little lads who would have given anything to be able to throw darts like this to get the chance to commentate on the World Final.
Remarkable, Sid. You know, a man is 2 sets to 1 down. He's got to get to 6 first to win it. And he's still the favourite to take it. That's the sort of fear that Phil Taylor can instill, not just in fellow players, but in the bookmakers as well. They're not prepared to write him off.
But isn't that the thing in all sport? And I've been arguing that Fairbrother ought to go out there to join our lads in ours, right? To give them a lad they know can crack them about and they'd spin us off a length.
123.
It's great when you can build up a reputation for fear like this.
Well, I said that Taylor can put the fright into opponents, but not at the moment anyway to this man.
100.
But he hasn't yet struck that fearful form that we know he can, where the 180s flow galore. Now, is this the beginning of
140. Roger require, 140.
Two treble 20s and double 10. And Taylor waiting on 98. He'll want to make a hole in it. Treble 20's a belter. Yes.
100.
Taylor knows he's got to get this, otherwise Harrington probably will.
So does he like the leave of double 19? Going straight for it. Won't play the options here, has to go straight in.
60.
Last time he had it out at double 19, it was just over. He made sure that time it wasn't, but he still didn't get it in, and now Harrington double top for the first leg in the fourth set. He's taken the first leg in every set, and he's taken this one too. And double top seems to be there today for Harrington's purpose alone.
Second leg, Phil to throw first. Game on, please.
Sky Sports, what you darts aficionados have come to be used to as the creme de la excellence in darts. Seeing
99.
13 darter, that's it. Brilliant.
Well, echoing the amazing stream of 15 legs last night when they showed the world how to play darts. Bound to get a bit of human error, whether you're in a 747 or stood on the oak having a poke here at Purfleet. I did tip Taylor
41
because I can't see any reaction. I couldn't see any reaction, I'll be absolutely honest with you. An hour and a half ago, when interviewed, said I couldn't see any reaction. But Taylor's form at the moment a bit patchy.
It is, you know, but I'll tell you what, he's still averaging over 30 per dart, well over 30 per dart, and so too Harrington, but it's Taylor who has the superior mean score at this stage.
43.
So just to update, Harrington 2 sets. First to get 6 sets is the winner.
There we are, Sid. Harrington 90. That's pretty good throwing. It's very good throwing. Taylor 93. But Harrington's hit the doubles. 2 sets to 1 to him and 1 up in the fourth. Well, I suggested 50% and make him happy, and if he went on beyond that, he'd win the match. He's raised his game to 60%. Brilliant stuff. 9 out of 15.
58.
Finishing, that is. That double top, as I said, Sid, it's been very, very useful today for Hot Rod.
Well, I knew one day it would all come nice with sin tax, income tax, and all the rest of the taxes. This guy is really
140.
pounding it out. Is Harrington in front of his home crowd. Taylor losing that little bit of consistency out a little bit. Last night,
60.
he honed in on that 60. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. 15 legs or so. And, well, maybe it's human error at the moment. There's a long way to go in this final. Just want to get 6 sets wins. And the Essex Exo set, nothing wrong with his blue touch paper at the moment, John.
123.
Oh, watching very intently here, and no doubt up there in Chelmsford, not so far away from here, watching Rod. And in the cricketers, we've said, Sid, up there in Newcastle under Lyme.
100.
Keeping the fingers crossed for Phil, but Harrington 74, treble 14 for double 16.
It's a nice shot, but there's pressure. There's pressure now on these next 2 darts because Taylor's on a 2-darter. That is a blob. And Noel Edmonds blobby, that one,
34.
maybe.
Bill, you require 100.
To go on the way to 11 this up. He wants a 60. Gets it, 2 in his hand. Tops in his heart. No bother at all.
Strange shot on the second leg.
Cashes in on the blob.
Longest leg of the match so far. Just listen to this sequence, Sid. You were talking last night in that magical semi between Taylor and Lowe, but look at this: 15-18, 14-18, 16-18, 15-13, 18, 14-14, 16-13, and as I say, that was the longest 20. Pretty useful errors, though, nonetheless.
Absolutely, and your statistics today brought us by Stuart Briggs of Johnson and Radley Pudsey. Came here to have a watch and is now our statistician.
140.
Taylor looking in here to level it up with 2-2 at the circus. Rod looking to stop him. Gloves are off here. Absolutely. This is bare knuckle, folks.
That's his second. Taylor, surprisingly, 30 in the tournament, has yet to hit one. But who's to say? Well, I was going to say, who's to say this isn't it?
140.
Good recovery after a loose second dart, but Harrington in the driving seat.
Blocker, but he won't come down. Trying the treble 18 maybe again.
92.
Might not be enough to stop Taylor getting a 2-dart perk. I reckon that one's just below.
45.
132 here.
Roger require
Although Taylor's back on
132.
176, and therefore Harrington may elect to go upstairs at 20s. Nothing to profit by going in the bull unless your opponent you think is on a possible finish. That's 80. 100 will leave 32. 12 will leave tops. Yes,
100.
32 when he goes.
Gonna pressure the shot, but as they say in the Groves, it's academic. Maybe he's got to pressure the shot just for the sake of his own pride here.
60.
Rod wants
Roger require 32.
double 16 to make things look really sick for Taylor. Meets the move inch and a half to his left for double 8. That's a brilliant one because the barrel takes it in. If I could play it like I could predict it, shot this shot, maybe I'd get him there. Trouble for Taylor.
Bill to throw first.
15 errors. Keeping up the sequence of quick legs.
So Taylor here
100
to save the 4th set. And this could send the Essex Mafia down here. The Dagenham lads and lasses absolutely berserk.
137.
Harrington takes this leg. Would put him 3-1 up.
And there you saw perfectly the 3rd dart going in, just squeezing through. As Taylor hits yet another 140. Well, we had a patch earlier, Sid, when Dave Lanning was with me, where Harrington hit a number of scores like that, and it cost him the second set. He went from 2 up to 3-2 down, and that's the one set Taylor has won.
140.
Taylor punished him, but Harrington got his game together again. He'll want to put that throw behind him.
And when me and the cognoscenti were talking before this game, we predicted Taylor's fantastic scoring power to be the turning point in it.
81.
Rod, being the bright lad he is,
121.
now the honest to hit Taylor early. We're still fairly early in this final. If Taylor takes this leg, he's in good position to level it all in sets.
89.
Good thinking that. So, you wouldn't bet Windsor Castle against the fire insurance that Taylor ain't gonna miss this double 16 coming in, and this is pressure.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Taylor still
require 32.
at the double first, but
Threw his darts before the crowd stopped.
Harrington
Might have thrown his darts too early. Double 4 might have stepped in there. This could be the really point on which it hinges.
And that 180, Sid, played its part. It just put the seed in Taylor's mind that he could miss. He did. And now 79. Harrington's failed to cash in. Probably, well, he might as well go treble 19, double 11, because he may only get one shot at a double anyway. He's gone for treble 13, which would have given him tops, and recovered at 16 when he goes. Taylor wants double 2 then.
Double 2.
James shot in the full flag. Phil Taylor.
So it ain't the Panther Division's live here on Sky, folks.
Fifth leg.
Today
Rod to
it's
throw
the
first.
Cherokee against Custis,
Hang on,
lads.
16 darts that, and now Harrington with the throw. And remarkably, every set so far has gone against the throw.
45.
And this, after that, could go the same way. Taylor knows it as he faces the board.
And Harry Houdini, with a pocket full of axle grease, couldn't predict this. This is going to be slippery. I wouldn't like to say now which way it's going to turn, but it's going to turn live in the next 5 or 10 minutes, because Taylor's looking pretty good to level this up.
You're throwing for the set, you throw first, you hit 45, your opponent comes up and smacks 140, and suddenly it's a different game.
60.
Those are good darts, and that will disappoint the man who dismissed them.
That's not a bad lie, that. This could use the barrel, trying to use the barrel.
45.
Now a chance for Harrington to reply. 140, be very, very handy, give him a 60 lead. But he's not going to get it, he's coming down.
I reckon, John, sorry, I would criticise his tactics. I think there was room to the right on the 60 there.
58.
I think he should have stayed on the 60.
I think possibly the angle of the dart in the board rather than the room there was. Maybe the angle of the dart just covered rather more than we could see ourselves.
So that's definitely blocking the bed, so he's coming down. Successfully.
96.
To put him on 220. Harrington back on 338. And not making too big an impression on it with that first dart. Coming down again to try and straighten that score out. Gets 80, but Taylor on 220 has stolen the darts in this vital, vital leg.
And we now all know what happens when Burglar Bill's on the rampage and PC Blood is sleeping. Look at this for crisp.
100.
And he's playing to the crowd, John. Confidence surging in Taylor.
Number 1 for Taylor in this match, number 31 in all, and what a time to get it. You're 2-1 down, you're 2 legs all, 220 is on the board, you hit a magical maximum, and that's a
94.
good throw from Harrington,
Bill,
but
you
it doesn't matter
40.
if Taylor hits double top. It's 2 apiece.
Yeah!
Yes, a brilliant game of darts this. First one, then the other. They're really at each other. 13 darts. It's 2 legs all. Taylor and Harrington providing a super show. They've come to see the best in the world. And there's the world awaiting the
Thank you,
best.
ladies and gentlemen. The fifth
Is it
set,
Taylor?
first leg.
Is it
Bill to
Harrington?
throw first. Game on.
Here in Purfleet, we'll know as the afternoon unfolds. 2 sets all, and we're all set.
99.
The 5th. Taylor throwing first. Has yet to take the lead in this match.
And one has to be accurate and fair about sort of peaks that games reach. I've been doing this
41.
for 20 years. And last night's game, low against Taylor, reached new peaks of consistency. This one, I think, might just hint at what kind of peak you can get when you're after the trophy. The most significant line, well, none. They're just matching each other there. And one could actually
100.
scotch the rumour that Harrington had worries about his finishing, I think, John.
Well, it was 60% not so long back. The thing about that is, of those 8 16 pluses, I know that 7 of them are 18 darters. So 1 leg of 20,
100.
all the others 18 and under. And you saw them there. Brilliant stuff. And yet you just have a feeling that both players still have more to produce. Maybe that is yet to come. We'll see.
96.
And one of my favourite sports is cricket. And there's been a lot of hysteria by some silly sports journalists about pride been lacking in our cricketers? Shame on the nation, all that rubbish. You play cricket as much as you play for yourself, like darts. Now, there comes a time when the team pulls it together. This, we're seeing the equivalent of England in the game they're in now in the test, just pulling it all together and doing a bit.
40.
These lads have been through a hard, long week of darts. You will not expect them to hit sixes and bowl Yorkers all the time. It's going to be a grudging who can produce his best
100
on his percentage game. It might not be a classic, but whoever wins this will has been the match.
Yes, blow for blow in boxing terms, and a lot of rounds to go, Sid.
57.
A contest.
Failure requires 64.
No quarter given, none asked for. Now double 8 for Taylor to go one up in the fifth, and I think for the first time take the lead in this match.
56.
Harrington needs a big finish. 167. There's only one bigger than that. Wants the treble 21st. So Taylor waits behind him, knowing he's got 3 darts at double 4.
29.
Well, a disappointing effort from Harrington. So Taylor now double 4, double 2. No problem to it last time he shot. And no problem this time either. Taylor's now won 3 legs on the trot, 4 out of the last 5, and he's in the lead, Sid, for the first.
Well, one of our sound technicians who always bringing us top quality stuff from Sky just came and said, you want air conditioning? Yeah. Me and John said, me, him and Dave will settle for oxygen before they finish, because we might be stratospheric by then. You could think that these first 4 sets have been just the hors d'oeuvres, as they say in Bladen. Taylor, like John said, ahead for the first time. Road hitting. I mean, we had Barry Earn down here 44. The other day. Eubank, his last fight with Wharton. I don't know if you lot watch it. I'll watch it on Sky. Fascinating contest. He's the Eubank here. And the Harrington is very much the Wharton. The big hits are expected to come from Phil. But he can get occasionally clipped.
Terry Lawless was here too the other night, New Year's night. I think he'll have enjoyed that little
57.
57 puts Harrington on 359. Taylor 227. Got a grip of this, you sense. Really got a grip of this match now. It's a bit like arm wrestling.
140.
Looks as though neither will ever give, and then suddenly you sense, one senses he's got the advantage over the other, and he gradually begins to grind him down. But here's an answer. Close your mouth, John Gwynn. Rod Harrington might have hurt me, but even so, Taylor 87, treble 17. That's a belter, double 18. What a finish this'll be. And what a way to reply to a maximum. Just inside it, Harrington waiting back on 179. Never mind, Taylor will go back again. But Rod has put him under pressure before. Can he this time?
So whether it's arm wrestling in the Stockport League or finger wrestling in the Pudsey League, you've got to pull and tug when you've got the chance.
137.
That's pressure. But Taylor this to go further ahead in set 5. Switches across the board, 10 inches at double 9. Not happy with it.
Earlier, when Taylor was on a finish, Harrington hit a 180, and Taylor missed his finish. That previous throw of Harrington's might well have done the biz again, as far as he's concerned. Double 16. Unlucky. I'm not sure whether it stayed in, or whether, in fact, it bounced out, but that is real professionalism by Harrington. He'd lost that leg by a mile, but he didn't give it up, and in the end, we're all square. 2 sets all, and because of that, 1 leg all as well.
Well, we're not seeing the 12 darters and the 13.
135.
But who cares? 2 sets alike. One leg alike. First one to get 6, that's the winner.
$85.
You've been watching this all week, and amongst the other sports that Sky brings so brilliantly, we bring the drama, we bring the flash,
81.
we bring the rock and roll. Now it's down to maybe factors in sport that only the players know about. John, it's a hard one to read this, unreadable.
Well, Taylor is working to find that magic, which, when it's applied consistently, takes him into realms that others, frankly, struggle to reach. And Harrington is working
59.
to find the magic he had earlier in the game that gave him the lead, gave him an advantage. And this is the stage, they say in marathon running, Sid, when it begins to hurt. And you begin to wonder, have you got what it takes?
121.
Well, maybe 121's not so bad for Taylor, because 100...
Well, that London Marathon used to get a lot of publicity. The Essex Marathon, maybe now the apogee, as they say, of darts marathons.
23.
Well, what's coming in now, he hopes. 60 for Tops. Tops, he wants to nudge ahead. A barrel bunch would be good.
80.
Oh, that was rushed. He didn't bother to find his line before he threw the first one.
82. Phil, you require 20.
Silence a few Essex tonsils here. For the moment, anyway, if he hits double 10. Hit the wire. Didn't like it.
Yeah!
Hit the wire. Did like it a bit.
Phil Taylor.
Yes, good recovery there by Taylor. I think his other dart actually kept that double 10 from going in.
To throw first.
And we talk about markers, but
Game on,
he
please.
certainly didn't need one for that. Vital set.
64.
I know they're all vital, but they've struggled to win the sets they ought to have won. All 4 sets have gone against the throw. And Taylor knows if he can take this one,
140.
he'll really give Hot Rod something to chase.
Nasty lie.
60.
Travel the world, these lads playing darts, America particularly, Canada as well. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there isn't a tougher competition.
140.
This is the pinnacle. This is the zenith of world darts. The very stage now on which the whole world of this wonderful game.
123.
Ball of 123 for Harrington, but oblivious to it, he steps across to try to find the treble, which will take him down to 121 should he get it. And there it
100.
is. Super adjustment.
3 throws. This is a classic leg by Taylor.
28. Phil, you require 121.
The shot is on treble 18. Double 8 to go 3-2 up.
Yeah!
Oh, they're all in the middle. I'm sorry if I sound a bit patronising, folks. I tip Taylor. Just saying, some tippers tip and some tippers slip. Taylor 3-2 now. Ahead in sets for the first time in the final.
Remember, let's rejoin our commentators, John Gwynn and Sid Waddell.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jeff. And
6-set first leg.
away we go again. The players have had a lengthier break. A nice friendly touch of the hands. Taylor and Harrington.
Game on.
Harrington to throw first then in this 6th set. 1st to 6 wins. It's 3-2 to Taylor. And, well, we saw those finishes earlier. Taylor going out in 12 in the last
85.
set to win it, and in the previous set 13, turning the screw at a time when he knows it hurts most, and now has more than just a distinct advantage, a whole set in front.
81.
The average will show us that Taylor has upped his from 93 last time we saw it, just marginally to 94. Rod Harrington was on 90 at that time, down to 86, and that isn't far short of Rod Harrington's
60.
overall tournament average. Taylor's upped his 94, really playing now like a man with a mission.
And during the break, popped down for a quick sausage
59.
and chips with lashings of brown sauce, and even some of the locals think that Rod's got a job on now. The lads and lasses here, the cognoscenti of darts, love the land beyond. Three sets to 2 in Taylor's favour. Bit of crowd disorder there. One stresses
100.
that it's of a verbal nature rather than of anything else.
So a switch on the board, and productive it is too. And all the more so. Yes, a bit of punch, a bit of fight there from Rod. 179.261, but this could be a useful dart. Puts him on a 3-dart finish. Harrington, though, although he can't go out here, can make a lot of ground. Yes, 119 will come down now, surely for 19s.
83.
And that was his intention.
Failure require 161.
So here's the sort of chance that Rod's got to
59.
take. 60
Rod, you require 96.
for double 19. Still a shot at the 60, just above.
56.
Lost a bit of
Failure
momentum
require
and a bit of
102.
rhythm, Rod.
42 left, coming across for 10. Double 16 for Taylor.
70.
Well, he was askew there, and maybe this is the chance
Rod, you
Harrington's
require
wanted.
40.
It's rare that Taylor's missed his double in recent times. Now Harrington, double 10. You saw his reaction to that. Long way off double top. Long way off double 10. Our doubts beginning to spring in his mind. No, they're not. He recovered beautifully there. And I think that tells it all. I had to work, but I got there in the end.
The very best of order.
One leg up Harrington, 6th set, trailing by 3 sets to 2.
This is live on Sky, folks. This is the Proton World Final.
140.
That's not a bad checking out average, 52.17. A year ago, part of the Embassy tournament did it with 65.
100.
Taylor got all the pistons going.
140.
Tried to ease off on the last one, John. Just trying to take the flow.
Well, he had a little to aim at, and he's going well. But here's another chance for Harrington. The Harrington hold.
100.
Deserve more. Well, Sid, Tottenham Arsenal coming up at, I think it's 7 o'clock, and
99.
Later on, you and I'll be glued, as we were last night, to our television sets.
And I'd like to say how many of the soccer players, Anna, not only in Geordieland, but also Ian Wright and some of the Arsenal lads are big darts fans. So if you're watching, lads,
81.
this is the sort of shooting you have to do. You want to be world class. As I say, the Arsenal team particularly very keen darts players. Starting to have, I think he's trying to give himself a little bit too much range. He's firing too many markers.
60. Failure required 40.
What's tops? 10, he wants double 10. Double 5.
Game, set, and the second leg.
Well, double 5 has been kind of Taylor. In fairness, he's kept his nerve. They don't like double 5.
Third leg, rod to
necessarily,
Rovers.
not because
the very best of order.
Intrinsically it's any more difficult than any of the others, but you drop in it. And
thank you, ladies and gentlemen. While the players are throwing, please
Bruce
be
Bentley,
very quiet.
just
Thank
telling
you.
the audience, quite rightly, and perhaps a touch understandably at this stage, getting a little bit excitable. And Bruce just settling them down, as is his wont.
3 sets to 2. Favourite Taylor. First to 6 sets, the
59.
winner. The world champion.
We've seen a lot of those, Sid. We've seen only 180 from Taylor in this match, but as we saw a few minutes ago, his average is up around 94, and that really does tell you how prolifically he's at the ton pluses, the 140s.
137.
And not for the first time, Harrington this afternoon, a 137.
And we can say our fantastic best shot in darts, one of the best shots in world sports, a side-on shot of the 60. You'll see the range finding out. Note, I think Rod's angle of entry is about, what, 15 degrees, maybe down at 12 to the actual
59.
aim point. But look at Taylor. Taylor, I think, and I'm not kidding, is actually spinning the dart so it dips. See that extra dip? Look at the right-hand side of the screen and watch the... Right? That is fantastic control on a piece of metal.
100.
They travel at a fair pace as well, Sid. I'll tell you, if he were 9 feet, 11 feet, 20 feet back, they'd still hit the board. And probably where he intended as well.
46. Failure required 121.
Taylor may well go down for treble 17, has got it. 70 left. Went for treble 18, 66 left. May go for bull, 41 when he goes,
80.
because Harrington's back on 200.
And I noticed there, John, this is a really point for the connoisseurs. Harrington was watching his margin of error, which is only about a 16th of an inch on those. Rod's mind is on, can Taylor bubble up more?
140.
Rod Harrington's put the big one in before
41.
now and given Taylor something to think about. Harrington hovers on 60 if Taylor misses this, and he's
25.
there. That's the third time in the last 2 or 3
Rod
sets
requires
that
60.
Taylor's been waiting on a double, and Harrington's put in a big score to put him under just that little bit of pressure. Now double top, and it's worked again. Hot Rod bounces back, 2-1 up in the 6th. And are we going to go to 3 sets all?
Looking like it at the moment here at the Circus Tavern. Handy cover.
96.
Well, in the classic series, Only Fools and Horses, Del Boy was always saying, Rodney, don't be a plonker. Who dares wins, and who don't. Last night we had a match where there was daring, just as more daring in last night's match than there is in this, because there is that much more at stake. In our capitalistic society, nothing wrong with capitalism, folks. Karl Marx looked at it a bit. It's if the stakes are higher, maybe you've got to lift your game, but worry more.
100.
Well, so much for Karl Marx. It's top marks to these lads, they really have.
And we know that the Marx brothers did have fantastic nights at the circus.
Phil Taylor hits 140 to entertain any clowns there might be around right now.
It's gonna be cooler in that blast furnace in which they make a certain northern bitter. If Rod can make it level at 3-3.
41.
Taylor 41 takes him down to 124, but Harrington, you see, trailing by a long way. Taylor could afford, if ever you can, on that occasion, to slip, but what a reply.
That's as near as a gnat could see sitting on the wire.
Failure require 124.
May not go treble 18 because he's decided, having a healthy lead, that he doesn't need
60.
to. 64 when he goes. Harrington back, 251. And Taylor favourite to level up at 2 legs all. And he's got the throw in. No, he hasn't. It was Taylor who threw first in this leg. So Harrington will have to produce
25.
next time. That will be on his mind. That
Failure
he
requires
has at least got the
64.
throw next time. Now 16 for double it. Double 16.
32.
Well, a 180 from Harrington can do the trick again. He has said, put him under pressure because 226 becomes 46. And Taylor, you know, is a different player at the double when the man is right on his heels. We've seen that before.
140.
Taylor 32.
Required 32.
Double 16. And great point by John. Doesn't like having people on his heels, but
the fourth leg. Phil
don't
Taylor.
like it in sports. Resist it. Absolute
Fifth leg. Rod 2.
vintage entertainment
Ruffers.
here.
Game on.
Phil Taylor 3 sets in the World Championship. Rod Harrington, the Essex lad, 2 sets.
81.
It's equitably poised. 2 legs each. But John, whoever takes this leg, it'll either take us to 3-3 or 4-2 to Taylor.
This is where Taylor is magnificent. 81 to Harrington. Taylor pounces. That will have hurt.
And I've turned to our statistician, Stuart Briggs of Pudsey, Yorkshire.
140.
He's the one letting us know how good the leg is, below 15 usually. This is where the Taylor power is coming in and coming in and getting high and mighty. He's on for a 9-daughter. Over to you, John.
180 Taylor. 2 180s. And the 9-daughter on.
Poised for what could be history, folks. There's been 2 on television in the last 17 years.
And you haven't had the chance to call any of them, Sid. Give it a go, pal.
41.
Thank you, clear me throat. He wants another 60, then treble 19 or treble 18. Oh my God, no. Treble 19 for double 12. Just missed!
Ah, but what?
Fantastic! Brilliant of the darts on the way to the 9 darts.
Surely to take the set. Surely to take the set. I'll leave you after this, folks. Dave Lanning will be back with Sid to take you through to the final stages. It's been a brilliant week. Is Taylor going to make it 4 sets to 2 with double 16, double 8, double 4? Yes, he does! And that surely could be the killer blow. Taylor, 2 180s, almost hit the 9-darter.
12 dart
In
leg.
the end, he went out in 12, and now he leads by 4 sets to 2.
So don't miss this. It's live on Sky, folks. The station that brings you top sport, entertainment sport, nail-biting sport.
The atmosphere here in the Circus Tavern really boiling over at present. And no one is more tense than that young woman there, which is Dawn Harrington and her young family as well, because Rod Her husband is trailing in his bid to win the world title for the first ever time. Phil Taylor leads by 4-2. The first of 6 will lift the trophy and the title. Let's rejoin our commentators now. Sid Waddell has been joined in the commentary box again by Dave Lanning.
96.
Well, it could well be an accountancy thing that's going on here, because Dave Lanning's coming in dressed like a guy that gives me lots of trouble with the Inland Revenue. It's 4-2 to Taylor's advantage. How do you see the game developing since you were last in, Dave?
97.
Philip Taylor's on a roll. He's looking ominously confident. That tremendous leg when I honestly thought a 9 dart was in prospect there. He had that look in his eye.
100.
And I really thought you were going to join the club, mate. But who knows, might still happen. Rod Harrington, well, his back is firmly acquainted with the ropes. For my money, he should have won the first 4 sets.
137.
On reflection, when he looks at the video of this, he will think the same. And that, of course, would have painted a completely different picture. Taylor, then.
100.
It is absolutely heaving out there. Sid have just come through the crowd, and believe me, the temperature and the mood is electric.
140.
And I'll just mention to his wife Lee, who's watching this from just around the corner, Dave kissed 2 ladies, peck on the cheek, and shook hands with some of the punters, so he's quite safe down here with the lads and lasses, Lee.
Rod, you require 127.
Well, Harrington is on a shot here. He should go for 20s. Treble 20 the first dart. Yes. Here, look at the ball now.
Game shot. And the first leg, Rod Harrington.
Well, a bullseye finish, and almost hit
Second
it
leg,
right in the middle, Sid.
Game on.
Well, whether you're
Thank
Bob
you.
Hope or Keith Richard, that's the way to do it.
And it seems to have given Rod Harrington new life, new optimism.
85.
It's also Bobby George's motto, but gather you bobbed out of the embassy, Bob. Tough luck, son. That's showbiz.
95.
Let's have a look at these finishes. They seem to be getting better and better. Just look at that record. We've had 3 12-dart finishes now. 2 13, 5 14s, 3 15, and 14 of 16 or more.
140.
Championship material.
And when the south of England here,
60.
not far from the waters of the mighty Thames, if you live on some of the rivers where I come from, up at Geordie Land, they surge down from the Tweed and the Cheviots, and there's a ripple and a rhythm and a roar, like Lonnie Donegan used to sing about. That's what's coming from this crowd now. As Rod does well, you're hearing the roar of the Essex.
58.
Well, Taylor needs to raise a ton here. His first 2 scores were below 3 figures. And it has been
44.
a final of fluctuating fortunes, Sid. They've both had little sticky patches.
Absolutely, but I think everybody concerned at the start of this match, from Jamie Harvey to Tom Kirby to Lowen Evison, they all gave sort of
43.
percentage predictions. They knew that Phil ought to win it with a power, but they knew that Rod's talent had to be right on the night.
And this is exactly what Phil Taylor would have wanted here.
140.
Well, 180 would have been more helpful. It's left him on a bogey number, so it hasn't really grabbed him the initiative here. Harrington wants 175 now. Well, single 15 should be his dart.
135.
Well, 162 he can't finish on, remember. Might look at the ball here.
93.
He did, but didn't find it
Rod, you
at all.
require 40.
For a 2-love advantage here. Rod Harrington biting back, double top. Now double 10.
Threw that a bit fast. Has to concentrate. Has to compose for this one. Double 10.
20 score.
Well,
Failure requires
could be
69.
a deadly miss for Harrington. 3 darts and a double for 2-love. 69 is Taylor's target, and there are many options and many escape tunnels for this one, and it's down to Taylor to choose. We can only guide you once that first dart has been thrown. Looks like he's going for 19s. Got a 7, 62. Now, double 13, 26 remaining. Double 13.
43.
Oh, the drama here
Roger required 20.
is tangible. You can touch the drama. That is the number. That is the shot. And that is the wrong
Double
bid.
13. No score.
Calamitous.
Failure required
Well, Joe
26.
Littenwood couldn't have thought of more drama down the East End and into Essex. Taylor should never had a shot. It's an awkward one. It's an unconventional one. He's in the middle of it. And suddenly the crowd dumbfounded.
Well, here's the
Third leg,
shot.
Phil to throw first.
13 is not a popular number. But it
Game
is with
on.
Philip Taylor. He's won that first leg. Rather, he's won that leg against the darts. He has the darts here. Harrington had 5 darts to win the leg.
And the crowd
100.
feel like a bunch of lemmings who are being led towards a cliff. They're massively in support of Rod. You can sense their disappointment, as Dave said. It's tangible, the crowd's disappointment when Rod blows opportunities.
100.
Taylor doesn't need an awful lot of encouragement
95.
to try to get a stranglehold on every set, on every leg. We'll look at Phil Taylor's release. There it is. A flatter trajectory. The dart lands, as you can see clearly.
60.
Won't be happy. Harrington over a ton of drift.
And putting in an awkward blocker there, Dave. That's handy there, the pick off the treble 19 cover.
96.
Well, it's very tight, but Taylor has the throw. 1 apiece. This is the 7th set. And here we go again.
140.
Leaves him a shot next throw. Harrington, his reply.
140. Failure required 106.
Well, who's finishing is the more impressive. 14. Double top now. He's got single 6.
Game shot on the third leg. Phil Taylor. Fourth leg, Rod to throw first. Game on.
So here we go in what could be a really vital one. Because if Taylor takes this leg,
85.
he's 5 sets to 2 up and 1 set possibly away from the title.
And he just does seem to be able to find that extra acceleration.
100.
It's like a Grand Prix driver, Sid, when they bang the old booster button for a couple of laps just to really hot up the pace. And Taylor does seem to have that gear. And I think it was Harry, our old mate, who said that Taylor is the one player here with gears.
95.
It's a very interesting analogy, but I think he's hit it right on the head.
And one, you have to... It's an old adage about
140.
trying but relaxing. The two things seem a total paradox. Rod has to clatter them, but the problem with clattering up there at this stage in the match is taking a lot out of them. Indeed, a week is taking a lot out of them. They sometimes drift
78.
sideways, just like that.
Taylor looking at 19s.
48.
Now an opportunity for Rodney. Ton 40 here. Could swing this leg his way. Plenty of the treble still showing. Maybe another maximum. Yes, it is.
Same end of the bed. Confidence booster for Harrington.
$96.
Hit the barrel.
So
Rodney requires 63.
Harrington on 63 to level up this 7th set.
17, double 16.
And now 32, double 16.
47. Failure require 117.
And Taylor on a shot, and remember he got 106 in the last leg, so 117 well within his capabilities. It is now single 17, double top. Can he pull out another towering finish?
77.
The wire was shifted. Oh.
Another excellent
16.
Sky replays. You see how close that was. This could make it even tighter in the game. Double 8, no bother.
Red Harrington.
Coming up to a fighting leg then, Dave.
Fail to throw first.
The whole perspective on the match could change here. Harrington has to stand and hope that Taylor loses line and scores less than a ton. This is
going to have to work
good
hard
chance
now.
to bring back
44.
a set. Harrington's great chance for 4-3.
He's got to plunge in fearlessly here. Needs the big score. Room in the treble for more. It's coming out by the sideline.
99.
He just caught that. So, first blood in this leg to Taylor. To Harrington, rather. Taylor now with the darts from Taylor.
Replying with perfect darts around the red bit.
140.
Well, the gloves are off up there now. There's no question about that. This really is a bare knuckle encounter.
And of course, in the civilized days we now live in, where sometimes people rewrite the past, in the 1780s, certain of the aristocracy used to pay working class lads to stand in a line and punch hell out of each other.
140.
This is a bit more sophisticated.
Taylor's hit 2 successive ton 40s.
121.
Well, both of them are just outside a finish, but Taylor has the darts. Looking at 19s.
137.
This really is darts for the connoisseur. He's left himself double top. It should be Taylor now. If he lets this one slip.
105.
Tried the bull to put that
Failure
bit more
required
pressure on this
40.
shot, which would be for 5-2 and 1 set away from the title.
Game,
He gets it!
7 set. Phil Taylor.
The Essex Mafia in the crowd, the lads and lasses who've given Rod such support, could well be sickened off in the next few minutes.
8 set.
Phil Taylor, 5 sets to 2 up, 1 away from the WDC Proton World title.
$92.
And Taylor has always, since the first couple of sets, seemed able
60.
to find that extra special sprinkling of stardust just when it's been necessary. And well, though Harrington's played, he has missed critical doubles. He's just been shaded out on the scoring.
100.
Taylor ready to move out very early on, looking for a more open target.
96.
Got me there, me old mate.
137.
Taylor hasn't hit a score above 96 in this leg so far. He is now, though.
140.
Awkward lie that, but that's a good cover. He needs plenty more down there.
134.
Harrington is on a double next throw, double 19. We'll just watch to see if he plays the percentage game and comes across for 6 to leave double 16. Taylor's on 205, can't finish here.
134. Roger requires 38.
And now double 16 for Rod Harrington.
Six goals.
So Harrington has
Failure
2
requires
darts
71.
to win that first leg, and now it is Phil Taylor whose finishing has been impressive. Went for treble 13 there. He wants the ball now. He's done it before. He's done it again!
Magic stuff by Taylor! He's picked his right time to find his best form. Not his best scoring form, his best mastery of the board form.
Game on.
These are the sort of pictures you'd have thought it was unbelievable to bring you about a pub game that was played in the corner when no more than 8 people could see what was in. This is sport at its best on Sky, bringing you every possible angle on World Sport, the spectator's eye view, the player's eye view. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Grace in a world final.
And there are the averages. You can see
100.
there. Harrington has hit 5 180s. Phil Taylor has hit 3. I think he needs one more, Sid, to equal the tournament record in any tournament.
60.
Harrington then playing for his life in this Proton Cars final. He cannot afford to lose another set.
In the
81.
circumstances, he can scarcely afford to lose another leg, given Taylor's surge into the gear that we all thought was needed. The person
100.
whose actual gear we worried about at the start of the game was Rod's.
And Harrington is being left behind again. It's remorseless scoring of Taylor. 138, 60, 100. He's opened up a lead, and he's hitting the trebles with what must be a frightening monotony
99.
for Rod Harrington. He's not happy with that. It's left him 108, which isn't a bad old shot. And Rod Harrington is back almost on 300.
Wrong word, Dave. You'll never get monotony at this tournament. You might get it at some others, though.
140. Failure required 108.
$108 for Phil Taylor, and a 2-love advantage in the 8th set. Treble 20, the first dart. Leaves...
Think he's staying there, Dave?
60.
Taking a gamble there, Sid, because Harrington could finish here on 156, but he is of tall order. He needs the 2 trebles.
Because we all remember when Keith Della, who's helping our team out, spotting, was left 138 by Bristow, who did not take a bull out in 1983.
60.
But
Failure
this time,
48.
braveness has favoured the percentages. Once double 16 to go 1 leg away from the title. 1 left, an inch left to the right.
Game shot on the second leg. Phil Taylor.
Right, we'll spell it out to you folks. You've been good
Third
enough to
leg,
join us on Sky
Rodford.
Sports Live, Sky Sports 1
Game
and 2,
on.
over
Thank
the
you.
last 7 days for their World Championship. And here we have what could be the end. Rod Harrington of Essex throwing to stop the man from the
100.
Potteries, doing what the Bulls do in China shops.
And a reminder that there is £12,000, the first prize.
100.
But the prestige and pride of being the WDC World Champion means more than any money to these 2 guys. And Ron Harrington right now, what wouldn't he give just to be on terms.
100.
Philip Taylor must just go about his professional business in this leg, and then we'll see him bouncing, Sid.
That's the exact analogy.
100.
We've had analogies with every sport, from finger wrestling to arm wrestling, through cricket, via pole vaulting. The last man who used that phrase to me was the great John Pulman, former world snooker champion, about guys like
58.
Steve Davis. Go about your work. This, after all, is professional darts. The only professional darts tournament, some would argue. These are the greatest players in the world. Taylor has to do
60.
his work, and Rod has to come out of the pit with a lamp on and hope it becomes a flare.
Yes, you can't argue with Phil Taylor's record this week. It takes quite a player to hang on to John Lowe in the mood that Lowe has been in, and that was a classic last night. This final maybe hasn't reached those classic proportions.
121.
But it's still been a real nitty-gritty game of darts, and you'll have to admire this fella. The sheer professionalism of Philip Taylor has shone through everything he's done this week.
140.
And again, guys, excellent sounding pictures, bringing you what the player says there. Come on, get in, said Taylor.
And we had a heart-rending shot of Dawn Harrington there. Very, very, very close to tears. She has nothing to be ashamed of. Rod has certainly not
46.
let anybody down this week. He's just run into a master at work.
Went for the ball there.
61. Roger requires 76.
Well, Harrington in with a chance here now to save his skin. Double 8. Oh dear, this one is the biggest dart possibly he's ever thrown. And he's made it pay. We breathe again. Dawn Harrington staunches the tears.
Fourth leg, Phil to Thropers. Game on.
But Phil Taylor has the darts here. This is the fourth leg of the 8th set, and look at the way he's setting about his business. There's a maximum, and that must be like being kicked in the solar plexus by a dray horse for Rod Harrington.
The analogy of Dave Lanning there, perfect. Dave and me, with our commentating when this was a pub game, played in the 4-rail bars, and the dray horses came and they stopped to watch top darts. Darts now at top television world
59.
sports. And are we looking at the last leg of a brilliant world final championship here at Circus Tavern, Essex?
Phil Taylor's 180 there at the top of the leg. We think that's his 34th, in which case it equals the tournament record anywhere in the world. He might do another one here. In fact, who would bet against it now? One more dart. It was deflected, but he's certainly going out. All the trumpets that brought the walls down at Jericho are sounding in his ears now, Sydney.
We've had the Old Testament, the New Testament. We've done Chaucer and Shakespeare. How about the Apocrypha? This
99. Phil, you require 122.
Could be World Championship point.
They both won 122, but Taylor has the dart. Now 14 left, double 7. What an unusual way to go. Oh,
108.
right on the wire. Harrington has the same shot.
Roger require 122.
Mrs. Harrington can't watch. Now, he's left 110. He needs treble 20.
It's below.
It's just below.
57.
Who would have thought double 7 to clinch the major title in world darts? But they all count in that outer ring, double 7. As the pop cannons went off in Essex, not for the local boy. They went for Taylor. My prediction was 6-3. Taylor did it 6-2. It was great at the start for Rod Harrington, but the crafty Potter did it, Dave.
And Philip Taylor is world champion. He has shown throughout a magical week of darts that
fantastic
he is
game of
the
darts, ladies and
master
gentlemen. A
of every
tremendous
situation
final.
in this game. He's pulled out massive scores when it has been necessary. His
1995
finishing
champion,
throughout
Phil
has
Taylor.
had a sieve of sheer professionalism. Taylor is the champion. Rod Harrington, a very, very worthy runner-up. What a week we've had, Sid, right across these 6 days. The giants, the Goliaths of this wonderful sporting entertainment have entertained and thrilled us. We've had spectacle, we've had thrills, we've had melodrama, we've had marksmanship beyond the realms of fantasy. And we have got a wonderful, wonderful champion. This man is the best dart player on planet Earth. Who is going to argue with that?
Absolutely, and to echo that, I'm a rugby nut, I'm an athletics nut, I'm another kind of nut that I'm into cricket all the time. And the press have been a bit silly about England's pride over in Oz and the Darren Gough syndrome and how the others. This sort of killer spirit, we have 7 batters like Taylor and 5 bowlers, we could beat anybody, even the Windies.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please
now welcome to receive a cheque for £12,000 plus the 1995 Proton Cars Championship Trophy, Phil Taylor. Phil Taylor, the 1995 Proton Cars World Darts Champion.
Know who the 1995 World Darts Champion is. It's Phil Taylor, who's triumphed here by 6 sets to 2 against the gallant local loser, Rod Harrington. And I'm delighted to say I've been joined on stage by both of them. I understand that. Phil Taylor's enjoying the moment, I know that. Phil, you said to me last night that you had great respect for John Lowe because he'd been a world champion 3 times. And now you're a world champion 3 times as well. Congratulations.
Why not? Yeah. I've got another 3 to catch up on Eric, mind you. And if Bristow's watching, you better beware. I'm going to catch you, my old mate. I wish he was here, but he's not. Whatever. But I'll catch him. I'll catch you.
Obviously important for you to win today. But was it more important because of what happened last year in the final when Dennis beat you?
Oh, so much so. Yeah. He beat me 6-1. He made me look at twit, to be honest with you. Aye. Thank you. But no. Dennis will be at home watching this. Dennis will be back. No, no 2 ways about that. Rod knows that. Dennis and the likes of Jockey and Lowy and all the rest of them, they'll all be back. And we'll play good darts again.
Is this as well as you've played in your life, though? Because you've been involved in some fantastic matches. This one today and last night against John Lowe.
I'd say yesterday against Lowy was better than what I played today. I tried a lot harder today. All right, then. Now. Come on now, you got to be fair. I mean, be fair. I mean, come on. No booing and clapping and whatever. Last night was 10 180s against Lowy, and he didn't falter at all. Rod, I don't know how many he had, 4, 5, 6, whatever. But Rod, you know, he tried. He bloody gave his best effort. What can you do?
Well, let's bring Rod in now. Because, Rod, it all started so well, didn't it? I think you won 5 of the first 6 legs, and then the wheels came off just a little bit. What's the pressure like playing out here?
I didn't feel nervous. It was, my hands were sweating a lot. I couldn't get a good grip on the dart. I didn't play well today. We've had some good tussles, and I would say this is the worst we've ever had. But under this pressure, and in front of an absolutely great crowd,
I think they like you a bit, don't you?
yeah, I'm the local lad. I'd just like to say congratulations to Phil. Just a few thank yous. Shut up. Just a few thank yous I'd like to say before I walk off the stage and leave Phil to the honours. He's a very good friend of mine, and I congratulate him on that. I'd like to thank Proton, the sponsors, because without them we could not put this event on. All the other sponsors that support us throughout the year, Ladbrokes and all the other guys. all the people behind the WDC that do all the hard work, all the stage crew. Jonesy has been immaculate this week. Thank you, Jonesy. Bruce and Freddie and all the boys, and a special thank you to Sky, who actually absolutely put a wonderful event on. I have to say that, Jack.
You'll make us all blush, Rod. Bill, I can't let you go because it was almost a world championship and a 9-darter as well. I mean, that was very much in your mind, wasn't it? 7 darts, well on the way, and then just a fraction away from that treble 19.
I remember a couple of years ago, John Lowe got 102,000 for doing 9-dart. Paul Lim got 52,000.
I'd have bought you a drink.
I'd have got through to the next leg, you know what I mean?
So you're saving it for another day?
I'm still going.
OK, well, fellas, thanks very much indeed. You've kept us royally entertained. Commiserations, Rod, but it's been a great week for you, and you will be world #1 tomorrow in the rankings, won't you, anyway? So that's some compensation. But, of course, this year, well, the World Championship made to measure for a Taylor, Phil Taylor.
Thank you. Sorry, mate.
World Darts Championship then live at the Circus Tavern in Purfleet. And what a week we've had here. Believe you me, we have enjoyed ourselves. I hope you've enjoyed it too. I know Phil Taylor has, and I know that Rod Harrington actually has as well. Today's final, well, it was a case of Phil Taylor just overpowering Rod in the end to win by 6 sets to 2. It's been a fantastic afternoon. The scenes have been really exceptional. The crowds have been wonderful. The excitement has been tremendous. And, well, Phil Taylor has dashed off the stage now. Confetti still in his hair, it's good to see. World Championship trophy clasped to his waist as well. You've had a few moments to reflect now, Phil. I just wondered whether you were concerned that last night's epic battle with John Lowe would have taken anything out of you today.
Was I saying no, not at all, not at all. The way I think about it is keep him under pressure. Just keep on and on and on and on and on. Rod was hitting a double last dart a lot of times, and I thought, well, if you keep him under, he's going to start missing. You don't keep hitting the last double on the last dart. I mean, any of the pros will tell you. You know, really, I mean, I did it a few times. It's lucky to do it. I mean, John will tell you, or Sid will tell you, you can't keep it up, and if you keep them under pressure, eventually they're going to miss. And when they do, then you step in.
Were you just a shade concerned when you'd lost 5 of the first 6 legs? I mean, wasn't the panic button going just a little bit in there?
Yeah, I told you, I don't give a monkey's tuppence now. Couldn't care less, no. They've got to keep on. I know what I can do. And, you know, I'm a slow starter. I normally, Bristol will tell you, I'm a quick starter. But this last week I've been a slow starter, and he's done me well. I mean, before I've been quick and lost. This time I've been slow and won. Sometimes I'm better coming from behind than I'm in front. And every match this week I've been behind. You know?
It's been great stuff, and I tell you what, the fellow sitting next to you, I think, owes you a few pounds as well, because John Gwynn's won a few pounds on you. I know, and John, in truth, you were barely sweating this afternoon, were you? So confident in your man.
Well, he's the sort of player who, and I think I brought it out in my commentary once or twice, who when he hits one of those magic spells, he puts leg after leg after leg after leg of real consistency together. And I believe the turning point in that game, for Phil anyway, and possibly for Rod, was when he went 3 sets to 2 up. He'd been chasing Rod early doors. He managed to sneak in front. Rod bit back. But once he went 3 sets to 2 up, his game was lifted. In all credit to Rod, he didn't do himself service on the stage when he said he didn't play very well. I think his 3-dart average for the last 2 or 3 sets was absolutely brilliant, but this fella is the best, no doubt about it. Brilliant dart player, best I've ever seen.
Just because he's won money, that is.
No, it was great stuff, Phil, and for once, even the black spot did not affect you. Sid, you went for Phil. Well, for a long time you've been going for Phil, and today you were absolutely unequivocal that Phil would win.
Well, my wife came, you see, Sid, and says, take off the public house ties, put on the old public school tie, more up with the grammar school old boys, use the old noddle, and I think I did predict a 6-3. We check on that, and I predict them in the Yorkshire on Sunday newspaper a month ago, and I thought Dennis was a bit rusty. I think I've had the best predicting week I've ever had. But picking up John's point, I mean, last night, that was the greatest darts match I've ever seen in my life. I first saw Evans play Rees for money in 1972, the great Alan Evans and the great Leighton Rees. And that was for money, that was for thousands of pounds. This was for pride. This was the position of the world's undoubted #1 player. This was the nitty-gritty where the other lads were playing well. Nobody played bad this week. Even Eric Bristow showed some of the form from the great days. So this kid has taken apart his peers. I know we sometimes use slightly hyperbolic language. Phil himself occasionally overstates things. I don't think you can overstate it. He's holding the piece of glass that he should put in his mantelpiece and look at it and say, I was the greatest in the world by taking that. He took it brilliantly. I didn't think his power could flacker. After 9 180s, 9 180s, 10 180s, he came here and he played the rest of the game. As he said, slow starter. Dennis Priestley used to be the world's best slow starter. I think this kid can slow start, kick start, any start he likes. He's a grappler. It's in his eyes. Give a nice big close-up of those eyes, kid. It's in there. He wanted this. Hungry.
Black eye. One of them was black. That one.
You never did tell us how you got it.
That's the Paul Bale players. He'll tell you about it.
Oh, right.
I reckon it was musical chairs.
Well, mention of football, I can just take this opportunity, by the way, of telling you that tonight we have much more live sport coming up on Sky Sports, and immediately after this programme, darts fans, football fans, sports fans in general, don't go anywhere, because it's the big North London derby, Spurs against Arsenal live and exclusively on Sky Sports. We're not leaving Purfleet just yet, though. We're going to dash upstairs to the Players' Lounge, where Dave Lanning has some of the contenders who've been playing this week with him.
Well, up here in the players' room, the champagne's beginning to flow. John, it's been a champagne week, but what about that final?
Great final for Phil Taylor, disappointing for Rod, but great for darts. That's the main thing. Sky scored this time.
And we've got Cliff Lazarenko here. Cliff, you've been watching it up here. Your reaction to that final result?
I just can't believe how Phil came back today after that semi-final against John last night. I think it's incredible. But as John's already said, it's great for darts.
Well, the champagne's out here, John. Any particular memory of this week? What is your standout recollection?
Getting up this morning, being absolutely shattered after 3 hours trying to play Taylor, you know, and one double top, and it could have been me and the tie man in the final. That's a recollection. I've really enjoyed it. For me, it's quite nice to be back climbing the ladder, a very late stage in life, but I think the general overall picture is that darts is pretty healthy and doing quite well.
Well, you're feeling the pace, John, but of course Phil Taylor had to go out there and play. It speaks volumes for his stamina that he's managed to go up and turn it on again.
Well, if he can do it when he's 49, then I'll say so. But right now he's won the title 3 times, so we're even. So it's who can get it 4.
Cliff, big memory of the week?
I think practicing with this man. I mean, he was incredible all week, and I think it just proves that I just want to live longer than John Lowe now.
So where are we going to go for you? What more can Phil Taylor achieve? Of course, 6 times champion Eric Bristow. Can he do that, do you think?
No, he can't. No. We're all here to stop him doing that. I mean, from here we go to Doncaster, then we go to Newcastle, and then we're going to Blackpool to the Sky World Match Play. So, I mean, we're just going to be busy all year.
Well, we're certainly celebrating up here. Thank you, John. Thank you, Cliff. Now back to Jeff.
Thanks, Dave. I can tell you one thing for sure. Phil Taylor will certainly be trying to win 6 World Championships, adding another 3 to the 3 he's already won. The 3rd coming here in Purfleet this week at the end of really an exhilarating week of darts. I'll tell you what, England's footballers didn't qualify for the last World Cup, did we? Down in the colonies, our cricketers are not faring too well either. It's good to know that there's one sport in which England still rules supreme. If you haven't been here, or you haven't been watching all week, now you know what you've missed. It's been a terrific week. Congratulations again to Phil Taylor, world champion 1995. Well deserved, Phil, as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.